So I'm not supposed to be doing this anymore.
You do that until you're told to stop. Because right now, that's your official log. This is going to be your official log once everybody's using this right by August 1st.
So now for this only training, right?
You're training today until you're told by management that we're not training anymore. Right. When you stop training, you can't keep paper anymore.
Yeah, because the police he check, I know a little bit.
Yep, you're doing good. So yeah, today your paper log is your official log. When Jerry makes a decision, we're on electronic now, stop keeping paper.
Start in the morning, okay, turn on the team. Okay, driving, lunchtime, I'm driving, stop or keep going?
You gotta stop at lunchtime.
Okay.
You gotta eat lunch on the road.
I do every day.
Oh, that's not safe. That's distracted driving.
I change the clothes and I'm driving.
Okay. I don't want. I'm glad you're up there where I can't see it.
I do everything when I'm driving.
All right. Yeah. So the idea of I'm going to log in the morning. I'm going to do my work until it's time to take my break. I'm going to do my rest break. I'm off my rest break, and I'm going to drive until I'm done and log
Morning,
out.
lunch, finish. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right.
Vámonos al pito ya.
Got a couple more things I need to go through here. So the details view, this just shows you total on-duty plus drive for that day for the last 7 days and the last 8 days. Miles driven will be how many miles I drove today. If you had co-drivers, vehicles, trailers, or shipments, those will all be listed there. Those all show up on the log and the website as well, but we depend on you guys to tell us about them.
See, he said 7 days, 57.26 is the hours.
Yep, he works hard.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
see?
Right.
Little by little.
Right.
I tried to do that stuff, put the
I'll show you how.
numbers, but
I'll show you how.
I couldn't figure it
That's the very next thing. So, the office view, if you're asked to show your company. Hey Jerry, you guys should have copies of this PowerPoint. If you don't, I'll give them to you. But if you're taking this for training, I mean, do so if you want to, but you should have a copy of this PowerPoint, and I'll make sure you've got it if you don't.
This is what you send me out.
Yep. So, okay, driver options. So a bunch of things we can do under driver options. So I can add remarks, I can take exceptions, I can add missing data, the missing location we talked about, I can request logs, some other odds and ends. If I need to make a remark, say I decide I want to say on my log, this is when I took my inspection. You don't have to say that, but you can. If you feel better doing so, come in here, add remarks, and key in, inspection completed, CBDIR, whatever number, however you want to do that. I would typically leave it off because I don't have to put it there, and I've got better things to do, but if you feel better putting it in there, you can. In addition, in this case, the guy put in made a delivery to a customer and gave the customer name. The important thing to remember here is, whatever you key in here, once you hit enter, it's a part of your log.
It's going to stay there.
It's going to stay there, which doesn't have to be a big deal, but don't type in anything in here that you're not okay with management seeing, that you're not okay with an auditor seeing, that you're not okay with a police officer seeing. Okay? Technically, it's official records. Not even technically, it is official records. So let's be professional with it. Shouldn't be an issue, but be professional with it. So once I touch OK, that's in there. If I'm going to take an exception, adverse weather, emergency, 16-hour big day, these are all reasons I might go over 11 hours of drive, 14 hours of duty, 60 hours of weekly duty. Okay? The system's still going to show that we violated the log rules. This explains why it's okay that we violated the log rules. Don't feel bad if it shows that you're in violation even after you did it. The system's covering it. It's shown that way so that it's called out so that it can be looked at. But you're covered as long as you had a valid reason.
For a long day, 16-hour day, do I have to let somebody know? Or?
That depends on policy.
Oh.
If they want you to let them know, then you should do that. So, if they don't need you to let them know, the regs don't make you do that because you let them know with this. So, And there's a special report you can run, and you'll see whatever exceptions were flagged, so, plus locks, so if you're locking and unlocking when you're not supposed to, they can see that too and look into why. Yes?
On a big day,
Uh-huh.
you have to park here in company.
Yes,
That's-
yeah.
that's the law.
You have to start and end the last 5 work days in the same place. 34-hour reset has nothing to do with it, so, and vacation has nothing to do with it, okay? If I just had 6 months of military time, but the day before that, I didn't park here, I parked somewhere else, my last 5 duty days didn't start and end here. So, usually it doesn't get that wild, because normally we come to work and leave every week normally, but it wants you to start and end the last 5 duty days at the same place, and you have to be back to your home domicile and released from work by the beginning of the 16th hour.
The machine knows where you're at?
Yep, it knows where you're at, it's got GPS on it. So,
Huh?
so.
Yeah, you know.
From what I can see, it looks like you guys are using the 16-hour big day, right? I think I've only looked at 1 or 2 of them, I didn't see a problem with it. You know, the big thing there is, you know, work with management's guidance, and they'll get with me, or frankly, your local DOT rep, who's really, they're the guy that's the expert. I know a lot, but, I don't wanna act like I'm an expert.
When do you mark the 16 hours, whatever time?
Right before you know you're gonna need it, or right before you need it.
So
I wouldn't put it in.
Right after you get.
I'd put it in right before you
14
get to 14 hours, or if you know you're about to start a drive time, that, say you're at 13:30 and you know you're about to drive for an hour, which would take you to 14:30, well, I declare my 16-hour big day before I start driving, so I don't have to pull over in the middle of my drive. But and you'll know, because it shows you that shrinking bar that says you're getting down to running out of time. So if you know you're an hour away from home, and you've only got 30 minutes of duty left, and you know you're eligible for your 16-hour big day, come in here and take it. So if you forget, take it after the fact. The only issue is if I don't say it before I go into violation, and I get pulled over while I'm in violation, and I haven't logged it yet, now your log isn't completely up to date. To be fair, the Obi-Wan Kenobi rule is probably going to save you anyway. These aren't logs I'm looking for, but you're not as right as you could be. And so you've left yourself open a little bit for the police officer to be a jerk. But chances are you'd be okay. Heck, if I get pulled over and I know I'm out, stop. Go to driver options. While he's coming up to my cab, I can key it in quick. So. Okay, missing data. This missing location we talked about. So whenever I make a stop, the system's going to record a bunch of different things. Who, what, where, and when. Doesn't really care a whole lot about why. All right. Who, that's you, it's the driver. What, change duty status from drive to duty, or maybe from duty to drive. Okay. Where, we'll look at our GPS and it'll say, all right, I'm 2.4 miles northeast of somewhere, Illinois. Okay, great, we got that. And when, notes the time. Who here has been to the Mall of America? Any of you guys do it?